roll up their sleeves and get a little dirty and grow something great.
He lets us plant stuff like salad, cucumbers, tomatoes.
My 4th and 5th graders came into a classroom with no window to build a tower garden and literally turned it into a farm. And we talked about how healthy food builds healthy minds and healthy bodies, and where are we doing it? Right here in school. So did everybody plant the seed? Yeah! The excitement and joy that these little kids feel blossom. OMG, as they say, this is their moment.
I think he cares about us a lot and he wants us to learn and have fun at the same time.
I'm not a farmer, but I'm planting seeds.
He always says that seeds are like people because they need love and they grow and grow and grow to be successful people.
To use 21st century technology to generate food and to create this beautiful thing to sit by that you can actually eat is game-changing. It's empowering. They're growing. The plants are growing, and they're responsible for it. And when they know they can grow their own, they really start changing the way they see their relationship to the world and their place in it.
So do I have a cool job or what? But this video was seen 3 million times. But the most important thing to me is that every single child, it was filmed in 2014, every child in this video is now a National Honor Society member. The first ever in the history of the South Bronx. That's courage. But those little 4th graders that you see, they got so fired up, as one of my favorite presidents likes to say, that they farmed their way, believe it or not, right into the White House, into the White House kitchen. We cook with the White House chef, and now the White House chef comes and cooks with us once a month in the middle of the South Bronx. I like to call this story From Hope to the Pope. And yes, I even got invited to go to the Vatican and meet Pope Francis. It was absolutely awesome sauce. So that to me is the power of a plant. But that inspired me to just dream bigger and to think how I could do more, how I could connect like the people like you in this room. And I had a really big idea. I was going to take over the most poorly performing school in all of New York City. The worst school. Because I believe, like many leaders believe, the problem is the solution. And I wanted to convert this school in the middle of public housing, a 100-year-old building, to the National Health, Wellness, and Learning Center at Community School 55. Because I believe that we can change the way we eat, change the way we learn, and change outcomes in this and future generations. We took old, outdated classrooms and reimagined them as farms. Places where children could learn and grow. And the children believed in me, and we sold bow ties, t-shirts, and belt buckles on the internet until we could pay for it, and went from impossible to I'm possible. The children believed in me, and I believed in them. And in the first year, we reduced behavioral incidents and out-of-class time in the whole school by 50%. In the second year, we focused on 5 of the critical 10 indicators for school performance. That's what leaders do. Because no one can do everything, but everyone can do something. And we moved 5 of those indicators from developing to proficient. The following year, we had a 45% increase in passing rates school-wide on state tests. And believe it or not, according to New York State, in 2017, a school that was failing is now proficient and well-developed in all areas. In fact, we even made the cover of Time magazine. How cool is that? But most importantly, the children are taking home 100 bags of groceries a week in a community where there's limited means and limited access to fresh food. We are growing something greater. We are happy, healthy children. And we're aligning this to state tests. And I'm going to be the first teacher in the history of the South Bronx to send a cohort of children from the South Bronx to the world-famous Bronx High School of Science. Because zip code and skin color should not determine access and options in life. Education should. So these are my happy, healthy children. We've unleashed a whole brand new Green Bronx machine curriculum that aligns the art and science of growing food to every single thing you'll ever need, including workforce development and entrepreneurship. It is absolutely amazing. We have a website, and this is all student-driven. It's all aligned to everything that we do, including Believe it or not, there's the mayor of New York and the chancellor talking about it. And it's a model that now has transformed and spread like a seed wildfire across America, through South America, and around the globe. And I'm so proud again, the example of public-private partnership and the power of Wobi, that, believe it or not, Anthem Insurance is now bringing this program to 19 states, 22 cities in the next 12 months. Man, I'm going to be busy. I can't believe it. That's the power of the plan. But it starts with passionate, crazed people like you and me, or like me and him. People who just plant some seed and grow epic things, but most importantly, grow students. We're taking over empty big box retail. And we all know how retail and malls are hurting. Big boxes are hurting. But I don't see crisis. I see opportunity. Give me those buildings. And we take them over, and what do? We take our students and create $1 million indoor farms. That's right, $1 million businesses growing food. And best of all, with zero water. That's air-conditioned, reclaimed air-conditioned water. Imagine doing this in the middle of a city. That's exactly what we're doing. We're growing to spec for chefs, for anybody who wants exact, precise food. That's game-changing. And that's the kind of opportunity that transforms communities now and long-term, because these jobs will never be outsourced. And the best of all is healthy food and fresh food has really become a whole new concern in the economy. So I like to say it's much better than the traditional option of doo-doo burger. That, to me, is the power of a plan. And again, only in a room like this, on a stage like this, can a single teacher show up and create an opportunity. But Wobi's done so much more for me. It's done for my students. They've given my students a voice and actually allowed me to take my students and put them on stage at Lincoln Center and highlight their work. And for me, I'm eternally grateful. Through this platform here, I have touched hundreds of thousands of children. And I just really want to shout out Chris Stanley for taking a chance, because that's what leadership does. Leadership puts a crazy teacher on stage in front of a million smart people and says, go out there and tell a story. So Chris, thank you. A big round of applause for Chris. A huge round of applause. And the coolest thing is, guess what? I'm just getting started. Because there are some people who see this, and I say, no. Opportunity is now here, and this is our moment to build value for all. You can shut down the lights, I'm not done yet. And I believe that opportunities and ideas like these are really going to change the world. So speaking of bold leadership, this little guy, it's not easy. 50 years ago, this stupid frog came out on public television and everyone thought, here he is, he's the world's most famous frog. He's got a primetime show. Everybody knows him. That's leadership. That's being green. So I like to say we're all little tadpoles in this room, but I want you to be a frog and take a big green leap of faith. Do something epic. Do something grand. Me, I'm growing food everywhere. I'm doing all kinds of nutty things. This is the U.S. State Department coming to visit my classroom in the South Bronx, and trust me, they never came for edible plants before. I want people to teach children about food, how to eat it, how to respect it, how to grow it. I want everyone to grow something greater, work with the little ones. Every child around the world needs to know what good food is, how to grow it, and how to cultivate it. And to think my students, who have no access to clean air and fresh water, are farming their way to Hamptons, vacations, and whole new lifestyles is amazing. We have started a movement, the Green Bronx Machine, that is literally going global. It wasn't too long ago where I was on the Today Show showing how you can eat your way to good health, literally. And now using replicable, scalable, low-cost technology, my students and I are growing something greater. This is a farm in the middle of the South Bronx in that crazy community. And this is not Photoshop, ladies and gentlemen. This is 24 days on my farm, using 90% less water and 90% less space. And every one of these represents a $5 bill to my students. So I like to say, we're not working harder, we are working smarter, we are growing incredible food, incredible opportunities, and a movement that is game-changing. Me and my students, we're getting to our own personal Sesame Street, this side of paradise, and we're creating a whole new paradigm of success. That's what this is about. And behold, the beauty of nature as it grows right in front of you. This is what's happening in my classroom. That's growth. That's leadership. And I believe that all of us together, we design, we build, and we transform, because living wage and social sustainability is truly at the heart of innovation. That's what leadership is all about, so that together we can all prosper. Win, win, and win. To think that my students and I, in the poorest congressional district in America, have designed and installed technology that's net positive on food and energy is game-changing. It's so remarkable. Even President Clinton came to visit. And guess what? I got to meet him too, and I gave him a bow tie. And he still talks about it. I love President Clinton. To think that a renegade teacher, a highly disruptive and occasionally disturbed individual from the South Bronx, has moved from outrage to optimism, from tough-minded to tender-hearted, to become a top 10 finalist in the Global Teacher Prize is awesome. I'm a guy with an AOL account, really, and they put me on the cover of Innovation and Technology, so it's proof that anybody can do anything. I even got to meet Oprah. When she shows up in your t-shirt, it is totally cool. But my story is really, it gets way more interesting. Because 6 years ago, I was not the man you see here. I myself had gone from impossible to I'm possible. Because 7 years ago, that fat guy there, that was me. Believe it or not. And I heard Mrs. Obama talking about the way we treat our children is indicative of who we are as a culture. And this was my shirt. I had a heart attack in school. This shirt did not fit me. I like to say now, I'm bringing sexy back. And I went on to become a champion of change, and to think that my children were regular visitors at the White House, the Obama White House, mind you, that to me is awesome. And then I got a phone call from him. Oh God, do I miss you? Please come back. And literally, he called me in my class, and it was amazing. And he said, I love you, please, come back, come back. Separate story, and I apologize for the present situation. I had nothing to do with it, and I'll leave it at that. But to think that the President of the United States could cite our work, and my work, our work, in National Geographic and allow me to put a farm both outside the White House and inside the White House is amazing. To highlight our technology by Southbound, and there I am with my book and my farm, growing strawberries in the back of the White House. Now I've got an orange tree, but we'll get rid of him soon. I hope the law's coming for him. And to think I'm literally having the time of my life, that is the power of Wobi. And it was through this room and through these connections, man, I got to meet the most amazing person in the world. I love her too. Please, you can run. Someone talk to her. But that's what I call a si se puede moment, where someone from the poorest congressional district in America can be a frequent guest at the White House. Because the past does not equal the future. And that's what leadership understands. This is the block that I grew up on in the South Bronx. These are my childhood memories. I walked streets that look like this. That's me as a little kid, and I teach now 8 blocks from there. But now, that is just a memory of 1980 that's on my wall. And your Moravia is now this. That's the beauty of Medellín. That's the power of positive thinking. That's the power of game-changing leadership. Better than ever, making life and building life that's better than ever. My life has literally become one big show and tell. We've gone from maker fair to maker fair to maker fair. And who knew the art and science of growing vegetables could be considered one of the coolest things in the world? There's even a replica of my classroom inside the U.S. Botanic Gardens. Who knew?